My boyfriend hates this fabric, like genuinely hates it. The first time he saw it, he literally went, "Ew, that's ugly." So I'm wearing it on our next date, and before you judge him, I kind of get it. It looks like a picnic blanket and a grandma's shopping bag had a baby. But I think every fabric deserves a second chance. So today I'm trying to turn this ugliest fabric in my stash into something I would actually feel hot wearing. The only problem, I had absolutely no idea what I wanted this dress to look like. No sketch, no pattern, no plan, which is terrifying because I never work like this. And to make it worse, I've never sewn with such fabric before. You mean ugly fabric? No, stretchy fabric. Anyway, he invited me to a bar tomorrow night, plenty of time to cook up a scheme. I knew one thing though, I wanted the bag to be ridiculously low, everything else we would figure out later. Plus, creating a super sexy, super hot, non-trashy mini out of grandma plate that works for both a techno festival and a chill date. I've been with my boyfriend for almost 5 years. It's very easy to wear a pretty dress, get compliments and call it successful day. But I wanted to make things a little more interesting. So instead of making a dress from beautiful fabric, I'm making one from the only fabric he actually hates. At first I tried a laundromatic dress with a train, but it was trying too hard and completely impractical. Then I tried a low-rise maxi skirt, cute, elegant, very Pinterest, and I realized that I already own like 5 dresses that look exactly like that. So, against all my instincts, I made it mini. Me pretending I don't secretly hate mini skirts. I decided to make a halter top. Instead of drafting a pattern, I used myself as one. I marked where I wanted the top to end, safety first probably, checked it again, probably checked it 12 more times, and then I finally stopped overthinking and cut into the fabric. Honestly, this felt weirdly liberating. I wasn't using a pattern, I wasn't following a sketch. At some point, I even stopped using a ruler. And before my professionals saw we start typing, I know, but I wanted this project to feel like more intuitive. Which is beautiful way of saying I had absolutely no clue what I was doing. Today's challenge is clearly making choices I would never normally make. Ugly fabric, no pattern, mini skirt. Who is making these decisions? Apparently me. This is actually the first time I have ever started a sewing project without knowing what the final result would look like, which sounds surprising because I'm an overthinker. Actually, I'm an overthinker, an overdresser, an overshaver, and today apparently an overconfident sewer. Remember the little train I tried earlier? Well, I couldn't let it go, so instead of making a regular skirt, I decided to sew 2 long panels into side seams. I didn't even measure them. They were simply whatever fabric past me had accidentally left behind. Thanks, Patmi. You're surprisingly helpful today. By the way, a little backstory on how this fabric entered my life. My lovely neighbor actually gave it me as thank you for altering her cloth. So, quick disclaimer, neighbor, if you are somehow watching this, I swear I'm not calling your fabric ugly. My boyfriend is. Please don't ban me from the neighborhood or stop gifting me fabric. I'm literally fighting for its honor right now. I love plaid. I love this Tiffany blue color. It's just every time I look at it, I immediately put it back. I stitch all 2 pieces together, step back, look at it, and immediately hate it, which unfortunately is a very common part of my design process. I abandoned the skirt and moved on to the top. Since this fabric is stretchy, I could feel it directly on my body. I just pulled the fabric where I wanted the seam to sit, marked the point, and hoped my future self would understand what my current self meant. She usually doesn't. Right after that, I made myself lunch. Please admire these potatoes for a second. They deserve their own screen time. The only downside is that after lunch, my stomach looked approximately 6 months pregnant, which is actually perfect timing because we're making a stretchy dress. Time for the first fitting. Better, but not dramatic enough. If I'm making a dress from fabric everyone hates, at least I can do is give it an unnecessarily dramatic back. So I opened the back even more, because apparently my sewing philosophy today was, if you're scared, cut more fabric. Instead of making fabric ties, sorry, my face is cut off here, I've decided to become an anonymous today. I borrowed my measuring tape, wrapped it around my neck and decided this is probably the first time it's actually being useful. One thing I absolutely refuse to compromise on is support. I love backless dresses. I do not love constantly checking whether everything is still where it's supposed to be. If this dress can survive walking, dancing, and aggressively reaching for fries, then it has failed. So I ripped open a few more centimeters, grabbed some literal sidewalk chalk, and drew a deeper plunge to show even more back. And finally finished the raw edges with a double fold. Later that day, we went out for coffee. I even took my vacation bag, the one I made in my previous video. Shameless self-promotion. You're welcome. When we got home, I got way too lazy, changing in and out of this dress every 10 minutes, so I switched into my highly professional sewing uniform, which is basically whatever comes off the fastest. This skirt became a problem, a big one, because I accidentally cut it way too small. My first idea was adding another rectangular, then another rectangulars, none of which were actually big enough to become a skirt. Amazing! That's when I realized triangles were probably going to save me or completely ruin everything. Honestly, both options felt equally likely. I added two side panels mostly because I needed extra width, but also because they helped the plate pattern flow a little better. At least that was the plan. Before making another life-changing decision, I hopelessly need dinner, so McDonald's. Maybe this will help me to make things more faster. Now I had to figure out how to join two trays, two rescue triangles and one main panel using French seams because we want to wear this more than once, unless it turns out insanely ugly. Look at this fabric pattern I created. Then my brain completely short-circuited. I tried to explain how I wrapped the seams, but spoiler alert, it looked ugly, so I had to unpick it all over again. Oh, look at my baby, look at my cat sleeping here completely unbothered, looking utterly disappointed in my life choices. Back to sewing. While trying to reach a pin on the floor without standing up, I somehow rolled over and fell. Excellent. Since I was already down there, I decided to stay on the floor and rip open the seams because I stitched the wrong side. Time for the necktie. Grabbed the measuring tape, wrapped it around my neck, and aimed for 150 centimeters, but got lazy and cut it in half. I folded right sides together, stitched it, and used the pen to push it right side out. I tried both pieces on separately. At first glance, not bad, but then this caught my eye. Look at that, I joined the two rescue pieces right in the middle of my butt. And it looks insanely messy. Also, my chest needs to survive without a bra. And it passed. My chest doesn't move, yay! And I tried another thing. I somehow converted the halter top. I didn't know whether to leave this option or redo it, and which of options to leave for the neck. By midnight, I was unpicking the back seams again because my anxiety wouldn't let me sleep. After taking a shower, I changed into this dress. It's way easier to strip off or to just stay in forever. My cat manager gave me an unproven nut to keep working overtime. To fix the skirt, I needed two rescue pieces on the side, which meant cutting my main panel right down the middle into two halves. Can someone in the comments tell me why he licks the holes on his cat carrier? Is it normal cat behavior? Anyway, time to conquer my sewing anxiety. No fear of cutting without a pattern. Just cut it, unpick everything, and go to sleep. Good morning! I'm currently wearing super waterproof mascara because I only wear it when I'm planning to cry a lot or go swimming in the sea. Guess which one it is today? The sea! I finally worked up the courage to slide the panel in half. The assembly order goes: rescue piece, back panel, rescue piece, front panel, plus train. And guess what? I gave up on double seams because they were getting dummy thick. So I surrendered and used the basic zigzag stitch. Looking at the updated skirt, I don't even know which version is better. This one feels softer, but maybe the train is too long and why the skirt is shown in one random spot. I felt like a butterfly back then. Maybe it's just the vibe or my mood today. I cut an extra page to fix it, trying to match the plate lines. So I went swimming with my boyfriend to clear my head. Look at the mascara. Now that's what I'm talking about. While swimming, I had an epiphany. I shouldn't make this a dress. Keeping it as 2-piece set makes it 100x more versatile. Just a few more seams left and I ended up deciding to redo everything. Why is this happening to me? Why can I never just make a choice? Ew. Okay girls, my emotional breakdown is officially over and I actually decided to just leave everything as it was. I love it so much more this way. Now I'm getting ready for the bar, and look at how versatile and insanely cool this set is. I mean, look at these styling options. In the end, I chose to wear the entire mansion set because, well, that's the whole point of this video, taking a fabric he hates and making something that forces him to fall in love with it. And guess what? He loved it. Mission accomplished. I decided not to include photos from the bar because it was way too dark and honestly the photos looked kinda tragic. And we were having way too much fun to care about photos. But here are some snaps from our other coffee date where he's trying to show how pretty I look in this feed. Although he still managed to take pretty questionable photos here too. Like, when is he ever going to learn how to photograph me properly? Also, despite all my chaotic rambling, I really hope this video was clear enough and actually made sense. And more than anything, I hope it inspires at least one of you to go to make your own dress or a cute 2-piece set dress. If I can pull this off, you definitely can too. Thanks for watching my fashion meltdown, and I will see you in the next disaster.